Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024, and welcome back to the Asobo / Coronado PA-28-236 Dakota. This is the aircraft that came free with one of the updates recently for Flight Sim 2024. If you own Flight Sim 2020, you have to pay for it separately, but in 2024 we got it for free. And we're parked on the ramp here at Rand Airport, where we landed in this aircraft in a previous video, and we're going to be repeating the route we did that time between Rand and Wonderboom, except obviously this time we're going the other way. We're going back to Wonderboom, and we're going to do it at night. So I'm going to try and do some nighttime VFR in Flight Sim 2024. No GPS, no moving map, just a static map that I have in front of me on my tablet, and I'm going to try and make it safely to Wonderboom through the Johannesburg Special Rules area at night. So that is the plan for today's flight. Let's go and get rid of some of this stuff. Chocks, those chocks are gone. Are there any other red things? Yes. Right, and this is a freeway aircraft. It's not like super sophisticated or anything, but you can walk on the wing. That wasn't what I was going to say. But I think it looks fantastic. And I'm sitting in the wrong side. Okay, there we go. Is that locked? No, that is locked. Okay, I don't even know what sort of lighting this has. I've never flown this at night, and in fact I've done very little GA nighttime flying in Flight Sim 24 as it is. Okay, so here is my Navigraph map, and as you can see I've turned off the moving map so we can't see where the aircraft is. We are currently sitting here on the ground at Rand Airport, FAGM. Okay, we're going to take off. What's the wind look like? The wind says 70 at 4 knots, so let's take runway 11. So that means we need to make a very quick left-hand turn. We want to stay out of our Tambo's airspace, so that is our Tambo over there. We want to stay out of that airspace. So let's make a quick left-hand turn, and basically what we'll do is follow the pattern onto downwind, and that puts us heading west. We'll then head towards that PPC cement VRP, which is this one here, and from there we can head towards the city center. And once we're over the city center, so this is the city here, once we're over the city center we then turn right and head north towards Sandton, Kyalami, the N14 and R55 interchange. We'll stay to the left of that, or to the west of that, Atteridgeville, and then cross the Michalis kind of mountain ridge line there, southwest VRP, and then into Wonderboom. That's the plan. Wonderboom has the same runway 11, although we could do 06 as well. I think in terms of flying at night it'll be easier to do 11, but we'll have a look at the weather once we get there. So that is the plan for this evening's flight. Right, let's jump back into the sim and get our aircraft fired up. So I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Those reflections are intense, so we want to see if we can get, I'm pretty sure there will be like a red light up here, like so. Okay, that's good. Do we have any other lights? No, just that red one up top. What does this do? Aha, there's another light. Okay, but hopefully we have some lights for the gauges as well. Let's get rid of that. Panel lights, that's what I'm looking for. Cool. Okay, anti-collision light we can turn on because we're about to fire her up. Okay, so let's go ahead, crank her up. Okay, very nice. Also did assume that the parking brake is on, which it is. Oh yes, there's no beacon on this, so I think we leave that anti-collision light off. Right, alternator is on, and we are getting electricity. So let's turn that on. Not going to use the GPSs at all. Just quickly set the altimeter with the cheat code. Okay, if possible, we want to try and make a left circuit before the big street at the end of the runway. It might be a little too close. If we can't make that one, we want the next street. But we might be able to make that first one. Can I switch this off? I don't think I can. It is quite bright. I think I might turn this off. It's better. Those GPS screens are very bright. There's no taxi lights in this, so let's just turn on the landing light. Okay, then I should be able to make a right-hand turn here somewhere. Taxi down this way. Sure, look at that wind. Okay, weather now says 360 at 8. I'm going to change my mind on the runway here. We actually want this runway that we just crossed over. So I'm going to need to turn around here. See, yeah, look at that, wind has shifted completely. We go down here, and then we want to cross the runway, and then right again. Okay, so change of plans for the departure. We can now head straight towards PPC. So again, left-hand turn out towards PPC. In fact, that's probably going to be a little difficult to spot at night. So maybe we will head towards the big intersection. I can't remember its name, but I know which one it is. And then from there we can follow the highway towards the city center. In fact, once we take off, if we can spot the city center, we head straight for that. Right, the other thing I've done, because the biggest challenge of flying through the special rules area is avoiding other VFR aircraft. Now obviously in reality you will be broadcasting, hopefully everyone should be broadcasting on the special rules frequency, but your main thing is see and avoid. So I've got the FSLTL traffic running. Now it doesn't inject all that much VFR. There's 3 VFR aircraft around at the moment, all Cessna 172s, and one's flying to Lanseria and the other two are going to Wonderboom, which is where we're going as well. So we do need to keep an eye out for them. I have no idea where they are. They could be anywhere, but they're quite likely to be in the Wonderboom area, and we're going to be pretty close to Lanseria as well. So we do need to keep an eye out for them. Okay, let's turn the strobes on. Okay, strobes are on. That looks like a VFR aircraft right there. Okay, so we need to be aware of that, and that's kind of where we're heading as well. I'm assuming it's not an IFR departure, although there will be IFR departures from Johannesburg or Tambo, which is sort of in that direction. So it could have been something that just took off from our Tambo, but it doesn't look like it's climbing. It looks like it's staying at that altitude. Okay, I'm actually going to do flaps 1 for this departure. Right, prop full, mixture full, lights are set, flaps. Let's go. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was just fix that. Power set. Airspeed's alive. Just keep it on the runway. S60. Yeah, flaps coming up. Okay, let's make our left-hand turn towards the city center. That's an aircraft there. Okay, so keep an eye on that. City center's up ahead. There's that other aircraft there. Must admit they're a lot easier to spot at night, actually. Okay, they're heading away from us. Okay, 7.5 is what we're going to climb to as we are heading north in the special rules. Coming up to 7,000 now. Trim. Let's turn that on. I wonder what difference that makes. Nothing that I can feel. Okay, we're coming up to 7.5. Bring the power back. Oh, sorry, we're bringing the prop back actually. We're just going to cruise along at a leisurely pace. Don't see that other... Oh, I do see that other aircraft. Okay, we're a little high now. And another thing is, in the special rules, you keep your landing lights on. Okay, CBD here. Let's just get back to 7.5. Heading pretty much north now. I just can't seem to keep it at 7.5. It's like I put a tiny bit of pressure on the stick and it jumps up 100 feet. And I have the same kind of feeling with all the default aircraft, is they're very, very twitchy. Like I'm literally just going to put my hand on the stick and you see how much it moves. That's better. 7.5. There's another aircraft out there. That's probably come from Wonderboom or going to Wonderboom. Looks very different at night. That is definitely another aircraft, and they're pretty close to our altitude as well. And it seems like they're heading in front of us from right to left. Okay, so now Santon is going to be this side. Actually need to head this way a bit. That aircraft's very low. Okay, because the city's more this side, so we can make our right-hand turn. We want to head towards Pretoria now. That aircraft looks like it's heading towards Lanseria. This Lanseria is just out that way. Okay, we want to kind of head into this open patch here. Let's see if we can pick up Kyalami Racetrack. So under this highway, should be just to our left. Sorry, just to our right. It's probably this dark patch over here. Okay, I don't know where that aircraft went. It was heading away from us. There it is there. I think it's landing at Lanseria, to be honest. Just struggling to keep that altitude because of how twitchy it is. This is literally just me touching the stick. Out towards our Tambo, any airline traffic that we can see? Nothing at the moment. You can only see the airline is quite far away. Okay, I don't see that little guy anymore. It's okay. There is Kyalami, so we are perfectly on track. Yeah, so next we kind of just stick to the left of this highway in front of us and then start looking for the Magaliesberg Mountains. we can spot like a big substation, power substation, that'll help as well. I think it's on the corner here. Otherwise we just stick to the left-hand side of this road. Keep an eye out for Attridgeville and for the Machalis Mountains in front of us. Okay, no lights that I can see. Is that the substation down there? It might be. There's the quarry. That's the substation. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. I think we're good. That is the interchange. There is Swarkorps Air Force Base, and there is Waterkloof Air Force Base. So we are good because we need to stay to the west of both of those. So we're on track. And I think I am just a little east of where I wanted to be. That's the interchange, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. Because this road that snakes around, we should kind of be over there. Alright, no lights. Looks pretty clear. Let's just try and maintain that altitude. Is that an airport light? Yes. This is Attridgeville. We cross over a big highway, small highway, and then the ridge line. Now we can start looking out for the lights of Wonderboom Airport. Yeah, there's Pretoria there. So, big highway, small highway, ridge. Let's just check the weather for Wonderboom. It's 160 at 3. Okay, we'll go for runway 11, which was our original plan anyway. Okay, the Southwest VRP is there. From there we can kind of join that big highway and follow that down. There we go, I can see the runway. Right, let's just check traffic. I don't see anything. QNH is 1027, which is about there. And I'm going to start descending as well, nice and gradually. Any traffic coming up from the airport? Not that I can see. Can't see any lights on the runway either. Nothing out this way. Let's bring the prop full forward again, and we'll go mixture full as well. Okay, we're still quite high. You can see 4 lights. We still have some slowing down to do. Oh, we're into the wide arc now, so that's alright. I think the perception of your altitude changes quite a bit at night. Another traffic check, nothing that I can see. Okay, one set of flaps. Crossed over the highway, so let's get the rest of our flaps out. That should bleed off some of our speed. We're still too high. Yeah, that's better. Getting back onto the profile. Go 2 white, 2 red. Looks like the other runway doesn't actually have lights, so good thing we chose this one. Yeah, a little bit of wind from the right. To Wonderboom. A little bit of braking. Very nice. Yeah, bring the mixture down a bit. Flaps up. Anti-collision lights off. We'll leave the landing lights on because we don't have taxi lights on this aircraft. And we can basically taxi it straight into the ramp from here. There's an aircraft flying over us. Wonder where that's going. I don't think that's a GA aircraft. I think that's an airliner that probably took off from Johannesburg. There's a couple of internationals that leave now. There's like a few Virgin flights, well, not a few. There's a Virgin flight to Heathrow. There's KLM, although I don't know if that leaves now. There's also a Delta flight to Atlanta. That should be going out towards, more towards Windhoek though, probably not out this way. What else goes out at this time? There's a 747 that goes to Nairobi. I think it's Cargo Lux. It might be Martin Air. There's a bunch of Emirates flights, but they would be going more out that way. Qatar would probably also be going out that way. Obviously Qantas would go towards Durban. So yeah, it's probably one of the Heathrow flights, or it could be that Nairobi flight, if that is happening now. I think the 747 flights are a bit earlier. They probably would have left already. Oh yeah, it's high up, so it's definitely one of those. I'm gonna say one of the Heathrow flights. welcome to Wonderboom. Let's switch this off. Actually switch this off as well. Right. Let's shut this down. We only used the left-hand tank. It's all good. We can just switch these off. That is very bright. Yeah, I wonder if we can close this from out here. Oh no, it's just gonna put us inside again. Okay, maybe not. Can't see that aircraft anymore. Is that it there? No, it's just a star. Alright, that is going to bring us to the end of a nice, short and sweet flight. Successful nighttime VFR flight. I don't know if I'm going to fly this aircraft again. That twitchiness really bothers me. For example, if you take something like the A2A Comanche, I can trim that out so it sits perfectly. I feel like you can really nail your altitude in that. In this, not so much. So definitely going to do some more VFR stuff, but I don't know how much I'm going to fly this aircraft, despite how cool it looks. And you know, if I was to get an aircraft for real, this is probably something that I would look at. But anyway, that's besides the point. As always, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do down below, and hopefully I see you in the next one.